Appreciate you being on. Had a great college basketball game in the Big Ten. Hard place to come in and play. Greg Gard does as good a job as any coach in the country. This is a place that we haven't had much success here. But just real proud. Every guy kind of did something. Ron stretches it out for a loose ball. Paul makes the layup. Caleb gets 6, steals, and he holds arguably the best scorer, one of the best scorers in the country, to 11. Cliff, huge rebounds and free throws. Gio does what Gio does. Ron, every guy came in. Every point was huge. It's a 40-minute league. Jalen Miller gives us great lift defensively. Dean Reber comes in, gets us a basket. Just a great, great college basketball game. We're, fortunate. Again, Greg Gard and Wisconsin is the real deal. So pleased to come out of here with a win.
Jerry Carino.
Yeah, Steve, what did this win tell you about this team's resiliency and focus to come off 2 big home wins and then play like this in this type of environment?
Yeah, I've been telling you guys I like this group. They practice the right way. They're, when they defend, and they did in the second half, we did a really good job of not fouling. First half, I thought, again, fouls hurt us. But we got, Illinois next. So this whole league is great, ranked, not ranked. It doesn't matter. Every team's really good. You got to play well. The guys are playing good basketball, and, we get on to the next one. Jerry.
Brian Fonseca.
Steve, you touched on the defense. Just Caleb McConnell seemed like he was pretty much everywhere on the court, making plays, diving for balls, getting steals. Just his, not only today, but his 3 weeks, his week-long stretch in the last, his 3-game stretch in the last week. Just how has he taken it to another level? How good has he been in your?
I'm saying he had a goal to be the defensive player of the year, and he's had 14 steals in 3 games against terrific teams, and again tonight he had a real task, and he wanted it. Johnny Davis is an elite scorer, 37 points he had at Purdue, which is unbelievable. It tells you how good he is. And we had to do a good job on Brad Davison too, because he's another guy that's hurt us through the years, and thought Paul did a really good job on him. And then those guys came in, but Caleb's a good player, and see how important he is too. He does a lot of things that don't show up. You see some of the things that show up in the box score, but the fact that he always wants the best player is really, really comforting for a coach.
Bobby Darin.
Steve, you guys seem content to dribble the ball down low into the shot clock. Can you just talk about what went into that game plan on the offensive end?
No, that's not what we were trying to do. We were fouled a lot, and so we had to walk the ball up. We always want to run. They play at a pace, though, that doesn't allow that. They never turn the ball over. But we can win games like this, too. So I like this team's versatility. We figure out a way, to win. And, it's never about, we always have enough points to win. It's, holding the team who scores a lot of points here at home to under their average and not fouling. That's how we were able to, win the game.
Jerry Carino.
Yes, Steve, you mentioned when we talked a couple of weeks ago that it's a lot of this is about, not a lot of it, but a big part of defensive success is about slowing down the other team's best player. How has your team been able to do that so well? And Caleb obviously plays a big part in it, but it's not just him, right?
Everybody. Ron had tough matchups today too. He had to sit down and guard a lot of people. He was in foul trouble. We had to play through that in the first half. Gio was in foul trouble. This league just brings so many obstacles, and some you can plan on and some you can't. I told our guys just keep, staying the course, trying to go 1-0. And I know you guys think that's, no, that's what we do. That's what we do. And we try to go 1-0. And our defense usually carries us. And again, we made free throws. We made threes. We're one of the better 3-point shooting teams in the league. We go 16 for 18 down the stretch from the foul line. That's, really good sign for us. And, able to get wins.
Brian?
Yeah, Steve, kind of going off that, there was a stretch there in the second half. It was 16 minutes where no team led by more than 3 points, tight game throughout. You guys had some struggles in winning close games early in the season. It seems like the last 2 games you guys have pulled out really close games. So is that encouraging for you to see that when games are coming to crunch time, you guys are able to pull it out?
Yeah, obviously this whole league, every game is tight and close, but we learned a lot from those games too. I know, nobody wants to hear that, but that's the journey. And the league is tough. You got to try to figure it out. It's a 40-minute league, 40 minutes every game. You guys see them all every game. Very few games are decided by more than a couple of possessions. And, you got to be able to make those plays. And, just proud of our guys. You got to make free throws. You got to do well on both ends of the floor. It's not just on the defensive end in order to beat all these ranked teams. And, Wisconsin's as good as any team we've played. I think, Greg Gard does a great job. This team is elite. They don't turn it over. They take good shots. They got two of the leading scorers in the conference. So, you got to play really well. And, please, we've been able to string it together. And we got another tough one coming up here in a couple of days.
Benjamin, you're up.
Steve, you put Ron back in the game with 2 fouls with about 11 minutes to go in the first half. Was that a gut decision to make that move? And what did you like what he gave you down the stretch? Seemed like he really lifted your offense.
Yeah, he really did. He had a great night on both ends of the floor too. I love it when he's active. He was rebounding, he was defending, he gets to the free throw line, brings another dimension. But I trust those guys. I played, Caleb, I play him with fouls. I play Paul with fouls. I play Gio with fouls. So trust them, and they got to make good decisions. Sometimes some of those decisions are out of their hands, but for the most part, they try to do a really good job of being focused and locked in. Made a couple defensive adjustments, moving him around, played a little bit more zone. So we did some good things too to, kind of protect him a little bit. But, Ron was good. He was good all night, and we needed every point from him and every rebound.
Last few for Coach Bobby.
Steve, in this little winning streak here, you've been prepared for 3 very different teams. Illinois is also a unique team to prepare for. What do you think's been key to be able to adjust to these different styles of plays and coming out with a win?
I mean, the guys just are focused, and they've done a good job just forgetting about every 1-0. All the rest takes care of itself. So we do a great job preparing. And Brandon Knight is as good a prep guy, Carl Hobbs, TJ Thompson, as there is in the country. So my assistants do a terrific job, and we don't have a lot of time usually to figure stuff out. We have an NCAA day off tomorrow, so we're not going to get a lot of time. But we'll be planning. Those guys do a really, really good job, and I'm really lucky to have the staff that I have. So tip of the hat to those guys, and that's why we're in the position we're in, because the job that they do in preparing us.
Last one, Jerry.
Steve, this is the first time Rutgers ever has beaten 3 straight top 25 opponents. I spoke with Tom Young yesterday, who I know you know, and he said he really enjoys watching your team play. What's it like for you guys to make history like this, and also to have someone of Tom Young's stature say something like that?
Well, I mean, first of all, he was the greatest coach, obviously at Rutgers, and he's a wonderful person. So I was blessed through Coach Boylan, who I miss every day, to get to know him and to talk with him on the phone and to get him to meet him personally. I admire him a great deal. So, I'm glad he said good things. I try to run a great program. I try to have good guys. I try to give these guys the cores that they need to win. And I know he did the same thing. And, he obviously did it at a way higher level than me, but, just appreciate anyone saying that. But it's my staff really that does a great job. But we're on to the next one.